Hello everyone, welcome back to Daily Dice. I'm Sam, and today we're going to be doing a bit of a different one. I'm going to be doing an army showcase of my Black Templars. Plenty of people have been asking about the paint jobs, so I'll go through the army unit by unit and explain as much as I can about the paint job in the process I went through. The Black Templars have been a passion project of mine. I've been doing for the last 3 years. In December, so when this video drops, it'll pretty much be exactly 3 years. That's in between other projects, as I'm a commission painter as well. I work for Poseidon in the UK, and I'm very close to finishing a massive Sons of Horus commission for Poseidon. So I'll be able to just go full throttle on the Templars and try and get as many units as I can on the board for the battle reports. Basically, with the Templars, I've gone for a heavy metal style, nice and clean, but try to bring out the grim dark with the muddy bases in the battle damage on the armour. You'll see all this as I go through the units. But I've tried with this project really pushing my painting abilities and just trying to learn as much as I can as I go through the project. And 3 years later, I feel like I've came out the other end a better painter and more confident with different techniques. Still a long ways to go, but I think the army is where I want it. So let's get into the video and I'll show you all them units. So we'll start off with High Marshal Hbre. Absolutely love this model, and probably the model I've put the most effort into. As you can see there, I ended it into Golden Demon and managed to get myself a pin, which I was over the moon with. I was just happy to see him in the cabinet next to all the other entries. So as you can see, I didn't use the standard base. I built it up with cork, used some base and paste in some pigments, plants, skulls. You can't really see, but I've used some resin to make some muddy water sort of in the middle of that cave I've sort of made. The full model's non-metallic metal. I just thought it'd suit his armour better. I wanted to push sort of what are the skills I know, and I've done non-metallic metal before, but not to this extent really, not a full model, so no washers used, anything like that. I try to, all the colours I've tried to contrast the best just by using the paints and the brush. But yeah, really happy with how he came out. Just magnetised him to that plinth. I've just drilled a little magnet in the middle of the plinth, so obviously I can use him in game as well. And trying to keep him, sort of the same as the rest of the army with the muddy base. So I think he fits in pretty nice. Next up is the Emper Champion. Absolutely love this model. He was the first Black Templar model I painted, so he was sort of a tester model. So I tested out the different tones I wanted on the armour. I didn't want it to just be black, so I put a very slight incubi darkness, just airbrushed in there, just in a few of the light spots where the light would be hitting. I wanted to make sure the sword, because it's the black sword that the Emper Champion carries, I wanted it to be very dark but with a slight blue hue to it. I think it came out really nice. It fits with the lore. The white on the shoulder pads, I didn't want to be too white because I wanted you to be able to see the edge highlights. So I did it sort of like a light grey. I think it's came out really nice. I'm really happy with the colour scheme there. Next unit, the Sword Brethren. Now, I absolutely love the Sword Brethren. The reason I got into Black Templar was because of these, because of this kit. I just love the aesthetics of each model. And when I started this army, I wanted each individual model to be very unique. I didn't want a unit to all just look the same. And with this kit, you can really push that with the variety of different bits you get in there. You might be thinking, why have they got white shoulder pads? And I think that's just down to personal preference. In a bit of my OCD, I just wanted the whole army to have white shoulder pads. These ones have the red rims and the red cross, just to show that they're a combat unit. And then my gun line, I give the black rim and the black cross to show that they're my shooter units. But really happy with how these came out. I think they look really cool with all them relics on the backpacks. And just a great kit. Now the next unit is my Intercessors. So I've only got 5 of these because I used the Primaris Crusader kit to kit bash them. I kind of wanted all my models to have the chains around the hand and be chained to the guns, and I just wanted them to have a real Black Templar feel with the tabards. So I think I'm happy with just having 5. It's not a competitive army, it's more just a like I say, a passion project. But yeah, as you can see there, I've done a bit of freehand on some of the helmets to get the Templar crosses on. I think it's came out really nice, and they've got the black trim and the black cross to show that the gun line. That guy in the middle, as you can see, has his eye is being damaged. That's why one of the lenses have malfunctioned and gone red. And then you've got the one bare head for the sergeant in that unit. Really cool unit, love it. Next up is the Primaris Crusaders, staple of the Black Templar army, and such a cool unit. Having the neophytes and the initiates mixed in really fits with the lore and is just really cool. Very punchy in combat. As you can see with these models, again, I wanted each model to be unique, so just little things like this standing in the blood. I've used a bit of Yoo-hoo glue just to make it a bit stringy. The arm holding the helmet is out of the upgrade kit you get with the Black Templars. And yeah, really cool unit. I've given them 1 power fist because at the time I didn't realise you could use 2, but luckily I've got another kit I need to build and paint, so I'll be putting 3 power fists in that, so I've got 2 in each. Next up we've got the Marshal. He's kit bashed from the original Marshal kit. I took his sword arm off that was in his left hand and replaced it with a shield. I did a bit of green stuff behind just to make it look a bit more like an arm, and then put the long purity seals on. Looks pretty cool, just like it's blowing in the wind with the cloak he's got. I give him the Sword of Judgment out of the upgrade kit and the Aurelian Shroud, that is the banner on his back, just to make him look very Black Templar-y. So now we've got the Judas here. Really cool model, and I'd say a staple in the army. With the fight first, I just can't not take him. I used a lot of the upgrade kit on him, the Tannhauser's Bones in his left hand. I usually take that relic just because he has them modelled, and I just think it's pretty cool. The head out of the upgrade kit with the cross sort of carved into his forehead. I really took a lot of time on his face. They're trying to, again, push my skills and my glazing, and I think it's came out really nice. Really cool model. Next up, we have Fury, my Redemptor Dreadnought. Another staple of the army, really good in game at the minute, and you should never leave home without one. As you can see, he's got the Gatling cannon next to him there, and he's actually got attached to him the macro plasma. I didn't bother magnetising these, they're just push fit. So this was the first vehicle I did for the Templars. I didn't want the armour panels to just be flat black. So I added the Incubi Darkness that I did throughout the rest of the army towards the bottom of the panels, just where the light will be hitting, just so it's a bit more interesting on the eye when you look at the model. Quite hard to see in this video, but next up is the Brutalis Dreadnought Mortis. I got his name because I wanted something cool that was Latin. Looked on Google, I was typing in all sorts of words. I typed in death, and Mortis comes up. Well, funnily enough, it's actually dead, which didn't sound as cool, but I'm just going to say death. I absolutely love this Dreadnought. Not as good in game at the minute as the Redemptor, but I think it looks a lot cooler. With that Mechanicus hatch on the base as well, I think it really makes the model pop. And I think putting effort into your base is a lot more important than people think. I think a nice, consistent base throughout the army really brings the army to life. I absolutely love this model. I think I'll definitely be investing on another one in the future. Last but not least, we have the impulsors. These impulsors are fully magnetised. I wanted to have all the weapon options, and obviously I've put the melter on top of the tank from the upgrade kit. As you can see to the left slightly there, you've got your the magnetised bits, so you've got your shield, you've got the, I can't remember what it's called, the Sky Talon Array, maybe? Bits like that. I never really used the shield or the other one, the little satellite dish thing that gives you, I think it gives you like command points or something like that. I'm always sticking with the missile rack for now. That is actually on the tank at the minute. Absolutely loved painting these, especially the inside of the tank. That's the second one. I did a white stripe on that instead. Again, just trying to keep each model unique and do things that I'm not comfortable with and sort of push my boundaries, and I think it's came out really nice. I really enjoy using these in game. It's some armour that the enemy have to chew through. You can put your sword brethren in, which I love to do. You also can advance and you can get your unit out. The only thing is then obviously you're not shooting that lovely melter that the templars get. But yeah, great models. Absolutely love using these together. The lighting's a bit rubbish here, but I really enjoy doing the little screens at the back. Really good fun to paint, and all the little buttons and dials. So that is my Black Templar army. I hope you enjoyed this video. Something a bit different. After I finish this commission I'm in the middle of, I will be definitely getting back to this army. I've got two boxes I'm looking at right now. Primaris Crusaders squad and Grimaldus himself. I'll be sure to keep you updated on them. And remember, subscribe, like, and if you're feeling really cheeky, become a member. I really appreciate the support, and I'll see you next time.